Yo, 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 what's going on? It's the man with the plan, the mighty J.O.E. in the days of hip hop. Coming at you once again with another album review. You already know some old school shit. This time we back on the East Coast. I don't know if too many of y'all remember this one, but y'all remember the hip hop duo Mantronix, DJ Mantronix and MCT make up the group Mantronix. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But before we get into it, man, please like and please subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all for even taking the time out to check me out. But yeah, let's get into it, man. We're gonna go into the debut album by Mantronix, which was released in 1985. I don't have the exact date, but I know it was back in '85, man. The first song they cut was "Fresh Is the Word." Mantronic used to work as a in-store DJ, and that's where he met his collaborator MCT. T used to come in there, I think, every Friday and shop for records and stuff, and they were conversating. He told T what he had going on, and man, and I think T was a rapper also at the time, doing little things here and there, and they pretty much linked up, man. And I think he had already had the beat for "Fresh Is the Word," and T had recorded it, man, and that was it. And I think the actual recording was done with the Roland 808 though, but initially it wasn't. I forgot what drum machine he had then, but man, when they did it on that, man, he said it really brought out the sound in it. You know what I'm saying? And they ran into the guy from Mantronic did from Will something from Sleeping Bag / Fresh Records. He heard the song, man, and the rest was history. You know what I'm saying? And they released the single, "Fresh Is the Word," and got a great response, man. The single started selling, and after then, man, Sleeping Bag, they was in a rush to get a complete album out of these guys, which they did. And matter of fact, the first album is called The Album. Man, it had seven tracks on it. Back then, man, back in the early and mid '80s, it wasn't a whole bunch of songs on the album, man. Man, if you had 10, that's like wow, but it was mainly from like, I guess 7 till 10. And back then, some of the songs were like 5, 6 minutes long and shit. Today it's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds and shit. You know what I'm saying? You may have a verse, a hook, and another verse, and the hook, and that shit is gone. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, niggas got 35, or 25 songs on an album and shit. I guess that's maybe for fucking streaming purposes or something. And today is more about quantity to me than quality. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, these guys, like I say, they led it with "Fresh Is the Word." Then they had another banger called "Needle to the Groove." I think they used either on some of the song like the vocoder or like synthesizer, because that's where the name I believe Mantronix come from. Like, he's part man, part electronics. You know what I'm saying? So they just put the two together, and because the sound to me is like, as he went like electro funk type. You know what I'm saying? To me, he wasn't you know, he was a producer. Didn't scratch a whole lot. I mean, this probably the to me the album where he did the most scratching. I think it's like 2 songs. Fresh is the word, and on the credits, if you ever look on the credits of that single or the album, he didn't even. I guess he done some of the scratching. Some of it was done by I think they credit Tila Rock's DJ at the time, DJ Louis Luke. So, you know, I think he contributed for Fresh is the word for the scratching. And like I said, you had another banger, man, Needle to the Groove. I loved the jam they had, Hardcore Hip Hop. Man, that shit was like 6.5 minutes long. But you know, it wasn't nothing fancy about his rhymes, man. But I think for me, for this group, it was more like the beats and stuff, even back then. But I would like to say, man, for his this particular song, Hardcore Hip Hop, the last verse, man, really, I may have been about, I guess, 11 or 12. I had never, at this time, I'm quite sure it probably had, but like on the record, he gave a shout out to the people before him. You know what I'm saying? Before them in the last verse, man. The Crazy Crash Crew, the Treacherous 3, Spoonie G. You know, that, I mean, you have to listen to it. That was a dope ass verse to me, man. Like, that was the first time I heard on a real record, man, rapper paying homage to people before them. You know what I'm saying? That shit was dope as fuck, man. If you haven't heard it, man, check it out, man. And then you had Ladies, you know, where they, you know, you had to have a song. It wasn't a love song, but just talking about, you know, hollering at the females, man, getting at the girls, you know what I'm saying? Then they had one jam called Get Stupid Fresh, which you would see on the next 2 albums. They would always have a Get Stupid Fresh. I think they had 1, 2, and 3, where he just talks about they just doing talking on the record basically. There's no rapping, you know, nothing, just a beat playing and T just talking on the record, you know what I'm saying? In the background you just hear Get Stupid Fresh, you know, throughout the song and shit. But you know, back then, man, you know, they did things like that. So it was cool though. And then you had like a mega mix, and at back then, if you listen to back in the 80s, man, a lot of, you know, a few rappers did this too, man. The DJ would take the songs that from the record and just mix them together, you know what I'm saying? So it'd just be, you know, like a mega mix of the album, you know what I'm talking about? If it wasn't all the songs, but it would be few of the songs, you know. You would just take them and play them, scratch them, and, you know, play part of the song, play a, you know, verse from this song, then it switch to another one of the other songs on the album, shit like that, man. It was typical back then, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And Baseline was another song I enjoyed. They actually, if you go to YouTube, type in Mantronix Baseline, they actually have a video for that song. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't see that shit probably about 30 years later, man. That shit crazy. I never knew they had a video for it, man. Because back then, you know, it wasn't nowhere. I think besides, I guess, the box or whatever, but you had to pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think the video box, but it wasn't no BET. Like BET was out, but it was only playing shit that was hot, and it was only a few rap albums. They would play a rap video, man. Maybe Run DMC, Fat Boys, or Houdini and Cool J, but you know, everybody wasn't getting no fucking play, man. You know what I'm saying? That's real. That shit ain't come into play till they late '80s or some with MTV Raps and Rap City. You know, but back in the early and mid '80s, man, we didn't know what them motherfuckers looked like unless we went to the store and you know, you picked up the album cover or something like that. If they had a picture of themselves on the album cover or something like that, man. But other than that, you had no clue. But these guys, it was Mantronix he was pretty unique, and if you think about it, man, he's even influential to some of the producers of the day, especially if you ever take the time, listen to one of Mantronix songs, and then go back and listen to DJ Manny Fresh from Cash Money fame. Heavily influenced by Mantronix, man. And he even said it in interviews. But if you pay attention, you could tell, man. You could tell how he chopped the beats up and stuff, just like how Mantronix would do. You could tell, heavily influenced, man. Just another producer to me that never really, didn't really produce platinum or gold hits, but did produce, to me, great tracks. He did went on to produce which I'll do later on, Just Ice debut album. I think he did Tila Rock. He also did with A&R for Sleeping Bags, I think. Don't get me wrong, he signed, he was there when EPMD, he was there when EPMD was there, and I think he left right after, so I don't know if he co-signed him, you know what I'm saying? And another fun fact that they swept under the rug, you know, him and Sleeping Bag weren't giving no more money or whatever. They had disagreements or whatever. He just kind of sick of the shit. They end up, they did their first 2 albums on Sleeping Bag. But I guess in the mix after the second album, man, he really wasn't feeling it no more, and he bolted, got a nice deal over at Capitol. But anyway, I don't know if y'all ever do y'all remember think DJ Cash Money and Marvelous. I think they're from Philly, if I'm right. They made the song Ugly People Be Quiet. A lot of people don't know, when you hear the record, I think it, you hear Marcus say, Herbie Love provided the beat. It was Mantronix. But when he left, they went in, I guess they got Herbie went in and changed some things, and he got the credit for it, but Mantronix made that beat. Mantronix made that, man. Real talk. Mantronix made that beat there, man. They fucked him over with that, you know what I'm saying? They brought Herbie in, he might have changed a few things, but yeah, that was Mantronix track, man. The Sleeping Bag, since he wasn't fucking with him no more, he left. It was like, fuck it, man. It's, like I say, music industry, it's cold, man. It's a dirty game. These labels, they play to win, man. All day, you know. If you're gonna play if you're gonna be in it, man, you have to play by their rules, you know. It's hard out there, man. That's no doubt. But like I say, man, these two, they went on to make a total of 3 albums together, and after the third, MCT bolted. You know what I'm saying? I guess she couldn't deal with the politics of the industry. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, this album to me is definitely a classic, man. You know, with banging music. Like I say, the lyrics Yeah, the lyrics is, you know, it's all right for the time, I guess. But you know, I think he was a little ahead of his time with the beats, though, man. You know, he loved the bass, and you could definitely hear it on "Fresh Is the Word." But you check out the next album, he really gets funky with that one. You know what I'm saying? It's the second and the third album, but you check out Just Ice, Cold Getting Done Part 2, and Tila Rock Bass Machine, man. That nigga he really got down on those also, you know what I'm saying? And like Ugly People Be Quiet, so yeah. Man, Homeboy was dope, you know what I'm saying? I think he was like I say, he wasn't New York born, but he lived in New York, you know. I think he was I think he moved there in his teens. I know they say he lived in Canada, but I don't know if he was born in Jamaica or not. He never really would say. And MCT is, I think he was born in, I think he was born in New York, but I know his roots go back to Haiti, something like that. I don't know if he lived there or how the case may be, but yeah, I think he grew up in the Bronx or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So. But anyway, man, shout out to this group here, man. I just wanted to touch a little bit on this album. And like I say, man, if you have a comment or something I missed out, man, please comment. And please subscribe, man. Thank you for your time, and I'll be back soon with another review, no doubt. Peace.